Player 1 fell off a ladder, player 2 went up in flames, player 3 walked in a cactus while was trying to escape, player 4 was poked to death by a sweet berry bush, player 5 starved to death and player 6 was squished too much, player 8 was killed by magic, player 9 fell off some vines, player 10 was slain by llama, player 11 slain by 9, player 12 fell out of world, player 13 was doomed to fall, player 14 was sniped by player 1 then blown up by a creeper, player 15 was struck by lightning, player 16 was stung to death, 17 went off with a bang and player 7 was the only one survived, but not for a very long time, player 18 burned to death, player 9 disappeared in a wall, player 21 was skewered by a falling stalactite, player 21 froze to death, player 22 withered away, player 23 was impaled on a stalagmite, player 25 was impaled by player 22, player 22 was squashed by a falling anvil too, player 21 was shot by a skull from wither, player 20 was killed by trying to hurt, player 9 was fireballed by God, player 3 hit the ground too hard, player 3 1 experienced kinetic energy, player 2 fell off scaffolding, while player 3 fell in lava, player 4 fell from a high place, player 3 fell scared the floor was lava, and player 20 said was the only one to survive, but not for a very long time. Player 36 went off with a bang, player 37 was killed by intentional game design, player 38 was shot by a Tedger, player 39 hit the ground too hard, player 40 was slain by player 36, player 41 was shot by a skeleton, player 43 fell off some mines, player 44 was liberated by a sonic charge streak while trying to escape boarding, player 45 was slain by iron golem, player 46 was stung to death, player 47 went up in flames, player 48 starved to death, player 49 left but not died to this world, player 50 didn't want to live in the same world as Enderman, and player 42 was the only one to survive, but not for a very long time. Player 51 was slain by a zombie, player 52 suffocated in a wall, player 53 was blown up by a creeper, player 54 fell out of the world, player 55 tried to swim in lava, player 56 was slain by a spider, player 57 was shot by a skeleton, player 58 was killed by magic, player 59 hit the ground too hard, and player 60 was the only one survived, but not for a very long time. Player 61 was blown up by creeper, player 62 was slain by zombie pigman, player 63 was freaked to death, player 64 was zombie death, player 65 was slain by enderman, player 66 tried to swim in lava, player 67 was slain by a witch, player 68 fell from a high place, player 69 was slain by rust, player 70 was shot by skeleton, player 71 was doomed to fall by spiders, player 72 was impaled by round blood, player 73 was slain by blood, player 74 was struck by lightning, and player 75 was the only one survived, but not for a very long time. Player 76 was slain by flamingo, player 77 was shot by tanker, player 70 was slain by mini Montier, player 79 fell out of the world, player 80 was slain by creeper, player 81 was shot by skid, player 82 was slain by Inquisitor Master, player 84 was blown up by a creeper, player 85 was slain by Leah Ash, player 88 was shot against 53, player 87 fell from a high place, player 88 was slain by King was kept, player 89 was shot by Terror Bride, player 90 was slain by Hope, player 91 was pricked to death, player 92 was slain by Xana's Blade, player 93 was banned by Roblox, player 83 was the only one survived, but not for a very long time. Player 94 was blown up by a creeper while trying to escape zombie, player 95 tried to swim in lava while fighting enderman, player 96 was slain by spider jockey, player 97 was doomed to fall by blaze, player 98 was blown up by a TNT, player 100 was slain by witches and magic, and player 99 was the only one survived, but not for a very long time.
Player 101 fell down 1,000,000 blocks, player 102 was sent to North Korea, player 103 had been shot by the Soviet Union, player 104 was a mayfly and died the second after player 105 turned into a power station and malfunctioned, player 107 was nuked by the United States, player 108 found a chicken jockey and got mesmerized by the memes and died, player 109 was hit by a plane, and player 111 died of old age, player 111 got impregnated, player 112 time traveled into a black hole, player 101 got a feel on his current code, player 114 was lured into Fortnite, player 114 ate some polonium, player 116 had a heart attack from the polonium, and player 106 was the only one survived. But Bingo Healer said no.
Player 117 fell from a high place, player 180 experienced kinetic energy, player 119 was blown up by a creeper while trying to escape Enderman, player 120 tried to swim in lava, player 120 was blown up by a TNT, player 123 was obliterated by a char from Morton, player 124 was doomed to fall by zombie, player 125 left the confines of this world, player 1 player Sense was blown up by a firework, and player 21 was the only one survived, but not for a very long time.
Player 127 was killed by Steve. Player 128 was killed by Alex. Player 129 was blown up by a giant creeper. Player 130 was killed by a falling giant anvil. Player 131 was shot by a smart skeleton. Player 133 was slain by zombie. Player 134 was slain by enderman. Player 135 was killed by a strong iron golem. Player 136 was smashed by player 138. Player 137 was killed by spider. Player 138 fell from high place. Player 139 went off the bed, and player 132 was the only one survived, but not for a very long time.
Player 140 fell into the sun's surface. Player 1 blew away by Neptune. Player 142 has been sent to an exoplanet. Player 143 has been sent beyond the universe. Player 140 has been drifted away to space. After player 114 ended to a rocket and flew 1,000 miles per hour. Player 147 was abducted by the UFO. Player 114 landed on moon and died after breathing toxic air. Player 149 was hit by a meteorite. Player 140 left the solar system. Player 141 was surrounded on the floor. Player 144 was launched to battle. Player 144 to death in Uranus. Player 144 was destroyed by to death on Mercury. Player 146 went to space without a space in, and player 146 was the only one survived, but not for a very long time.
Player 137 fell from a high place, crashed down with a scream. Player 148 was blown up by a creeper, lost in a lime green beam. Player 139 drowned while trying to swim, stuck under the waves too long. Player 116 was slain by a zombie. The horde was far too strong. Player 61 suffocated in a wall, digging way too fast. Player 116 tried to swim in lava, and that one surely didn't last. Player 16 was shot by a skeleton, arrows whizzing through the air. Player 165 was pricked to death by sweet berries, fell in that bush of despair. Player 166 got about too hard, missed the water by a single yard. Player 116 blew himself up with fifth place TNT. All that's left now is trembling footsteps, and player 164 was the only one survived, but not for a very long time. Player 675 like 20 lava slipped right off the edge. Player 676 was blown up by a creeper hiding in the hedge. The only log still breathing, moving fast and staying low. 10 players entered the wilderness, but danger came alive. Player 4078 fell from a high place, missed the water below. Player 679 was caught by skeleton, arrows lying in a deadly row. Player 127 was slain by a spider trapped beneath the trees. Player 781 drowned in the river, swept away by the rushing sea. Player 781 dropped to death, forgot to bring a snack. Player 24 in the hour was bringing death by berries on the attack. Player 70 fly by player on the corner with no plan. Player 795 blew himself up when he misplayed TNT again. And player 170 was the only one survived, but invincible Mario took him out.
Player 176 was blown up by a creeper. Player 177 was shot by a skeleton. Player 178 fell from a high place. Player 179 was slain by a zombie. Player 180 was pricked to death by sweet berries. Player 181 was slain by a spider. Player 183 starved to death. Player 184 drowned. Player 185 was blown up by TNT. And player 182 was the only one survived, but not for a very long time.
Player 86 was slain by a zombie. Player 187 tried to swim in lava. Player 1980 was blown up by a creeper. Player 89 fell from a high place. Player 19 was shot by skeleton. Player 91 was killed by magic. Player 193 froze to death. Player 194 put to death by sweet berry. Player 96 was slain by Ender and 96 yard. Player 1980 was slain by witch. Player 1990 was slain by spider. Player 1990 was stung to death. Player 200 death fell accident water. And player 1992 was the only one survived, but not for a very long time. Player 21 tried to hit a creeper, it did not end well. Player 202 discovered gravity the hard way. Player 203 forgot that lava is not orange water. Player 204 tried swimming in the void. Player 205 was blown up by absolutely nothing. Player 206 angered an enderman by blinking. Player 208 tried to duel a skeleton using a stick. Player 219 got yeeted off a cliff by a goat. Player 221 suffocated in a wall that definitely wasn't there a second ago. Player 211 was fought too aggressively by a cactus. Player 212 learned why you don't dig straight down. Player 213 forgot they took off their elytra. Player 214 had got 6-7. Player 215 was slain by a baby zombie with too much confidence. Player 21's poached by falling gravel. Player 2 second got out when iron blade. Player 218 was knocked into orbit by an iron golem. Player 219 exploded after trying to borrow TNT from a desert temple. Player 220 was pricked to death by sweet berry bushes, just like Player 4. Player 201 burned to a crisp while trying to toast marshmallows over lava. Player 222 tried to outswim a drown, and Player 202 was the only one survived, but not for a very long time. Player 223 was sent to 65 million years ago. Player 224 was hit by a car at the max speed. Player 230 watched taking plums, filmed, and died. Player 226 was hit in the head by a football during Messi versus Ronaldo. Player 282 he was stooped by a plane inside the building. Mr. Beast and Mark Robert fell off the plane. Player 229 was slapped in the face to death for accidentally entering the woman's bathroom. Player 130 was hypnotized by the bee. That Player 16 got stung. Player 231 teamed up with Player 232, then both got killed by Player 233. But then Player 233 walked into the lava as a cardinal. Player 234 saw 6-7 everywhere, then got killed by Player 227 due to his mean distraction. And Player 227 was the only one survived, but not for a very long time. Player 345 death fell accident water. Player 346 didn't want to live in the same world as Axolotl. Player 347 was pricked to death by sweet berry bush whilst trying to escape zombified Piglet. Player 348 suffocated in a wall. Player 240 was doom scrolling on TikTok. Player 241 transformed into a horse. Player 242 was banned from Fortnite. Player 244 didn't dare to answer the impossible question in all these basics. Player 244 had got distracted by random bombs from the edge of being soul of the leaders. Player Player 249 was the only one survived. But not for a very long time. But not for a very long time.
Player 24-6 was slain to death by a KGB agent. Player 24-7 drowned while trying to escape Ender Dragon. Player 24-7 White was blown up by Creeper. Player 24-9 fell from a high place because he got thrown off a lift by a mysterious black object. Player 416 realized his player number was a quarter of the way to 1,000 and had a heart attack on the spot. Player 205 tried to swim in lava because he was colorblind and thought it was chocolate ice cream. Player 252 was slain by a zombie with enchanted netherite sword. Player 253 suffocated during buffinating the Sir Bummer. Player 255 had a massive rage out during a game of Among Us. Player 256 exploded. And player 454 was the only one survived, but not for a very long time.
Player 25-7 was blown up by a creeper whilst trying to escape skeleton. Player 25-8 tried swimming in lava while fighting chicken jockey. Player 25-9 sank into the ocean. Player 26 was doomed to fall by witch. Player 26 was slain by witch using magic. Player 23 was blown up by a TNT minecart. And player 22 was the only one survived, but not for a very long time.
Player 264 was killed by Evoker using magic. Player 265 was slain by Vindicator. Player 266 was slain by Vex. Player 268 was killed by Cute Lucky VP using magic. Player 269 was slain by Cute Lucky VP. Player 270 was poked to death by a sweet berry bush when trying to escape Cute Lucky VP. Player 271 was impaled by Cute Lucky VP. Player 272 was slain by Player 264. And now Player 267 was the only one survived, but not for a very long time.
Player 273 was slain by zombie. Player 274 was blown up by creeper. Player 275 fell from a high place. Player 276 hit the ground too hard. Player 277 tried to swim in lava. Player 278 was shot by skeleton. Player 280 suffocated in a wall. Player 281 was pricked to death. Player 282 was slain by Enderman. Player 283 went up in flames. Player 284 walked into a fire while fighting a spider. And player 279 was the only one survived, but not for a very long time.
Player 24 was blown too hot. Player 28 was slain by a husband. Player 28-6 drowned. Player 27 was blown up by creeper. Player 28 suffocated in powder snow. Player 29 was shot by a skeleton. Player 29 was slain by witch. 20 rogues were burned to death. Player 23 was pricked to death by cactus. Player 29 bomb was slain by villager. Player 29 bomb was slain by zombie villager. Player 29 fell from a high place. Player 27 was slain by warden. But player 29 away froze to death. Player 29 was blown up by TNT. Player 300 was slain by spider jockey. Player 992 was the only one survived, but not for a very long time. Player 3001 was hit by a fastest plane. Player 3002 accidentally fell off a high cliff. Player 303 downgraded into Windows 341. Player 304 was run over by a wall and Pugman versus zombies. Player 305 got killed by the lion. Player 306 got killed by Player Walk. Player 307 entered to beat Russian roulette. Player 308 went into North Sentinel Island. Player 309 and Player 1 was being trolled by Bingo Healer just like Player 106. Player 311 walked into a forest where Player 2 burned to death. Player 312 was in a roof during a Dr. Zombos fight, and Player 309 was the only one survived, but not for a very long time. Player 313 was doomed to fall by a 2048 tile. Player 3114 crashed a hoverboard into stereo madness. Player 315 thought detonating dynamite would give him infinite diamonds. Player 317 turned into a tomato because physics said that his existence was a hologram. Player 3118 crawled into a beast. Player 3190 went to the demilitarized zone. Player 320 was sucked into the nostalgia and the Windows XP. Player 321 lost all his consciousness on the song Bingo Healer by Kathleen and Bingo. Player 322 forgot to look up at the falling anvil because it was Christmas. Player 32 didn't believe 322 and didn't see the pit of zombies. Player 334 was laughing at the entire scene and was distracted, was slain by Player 3160.
And player 316 was the only one survived, but not for a very long time.
Player 3T5 was hit by a trident by drown. Player 3T6 was killed by magic. Player 337 was doomed to fall by Player 338, who actually was trapped in a box then got shipped to North Korea. Player 339 I couldn't understand the concept of pie. Player 351 tried summoning a pig. Player 331 had heard the dreadful famous script. Test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that conclusively gets more difficult as it continues. The 20-meter pacer test will begin in 30 seconds. Line up at the start. The running speed starts slowly, but gets faster each minute after you hear this signal. For a single lap should be completed each time you hear the sound. Remember to run in a straight line and run as long as possible. The second time you fail to complete a lap before the sound, your test is over. Your test will begin on the word start. On your mark, get ready, start. Player 332 wrote his name on the death book, and Player 333 was the only one survived, but not for a very long time.
Player 334 was slain by skeleton. Player 335 was impaled on a stalagmite. Player 336 was pricked to death by a sweetberry bush. Player 337 was banned by Roblox.
Player 338 was killed by 3-for-1. Player Stand by Sister was shot by Pillager. Player 341 was hit by a plane. Player 342 was obliterated by a sonically charged shriek whilst trying to escape Warden. Player 343 was slain by Iron Golem, then got blown up by a creeper. Player 344 was slain by Vex.
Player 345 was slain by zombie. Player 346 went off in the bank. And player 339 was the only one survived. But not for a very long time.